What are four INFJ needs that you just can't ignore? Stick around for today's show to find out. In a recent conversation with a guest on my podcast, the INFJ Personality Show, two INFJ needs kept coming up again and again. And those needs are learning and impact. I got to thinking about how much I resonated with them and how much other INFJs I know resonate with them as well. And thinking about those needs made me think about two others, independence and beauty. Now, where do these needs come from? If you take a look at your cognitive functions and your stack of cognitive functions, as they're often called when put together, you have four, and they include introverted intuition, extroverted feeling, introverted thinking, and extroverted sensing. They are arranged in a hierarchy. They occur in a hierarchy. So the top is the strongest in most INFJ personalities, and the bottom one, extroverted sensing, is the weakest. Let's take a look at how each of these functions is tied in to your needs. Starting with the first one, introverted intuition, that gives rise to your desire for learning and your need to learn new skills. INFJs love to be on the cutting edge of learning something that can help them grow and change to experience some kind of transformation. Now, I want you to think that learning doesn't just have to occur in the classroom. It can be academic in nature, but it doesn't have to be. It can be experiential, it can be relational, it can be spiritual, it can be psychological, it can be just to yourself or with other people, all kinds of things. But learning is something that helps you to change and grow. So whether that's reading or listening or trying maybe a new dance, something in the real world, or maybe learning a new theory, wrapping your mind around how different theories fit together, whatever it is, INFJs love this sort of thing. And they'll usually be happier when they have opportunities to learn new skills and to grow. If your job or if your life situation doesn't give you the opportunity to learn and acquire new skills or to explore your curiosity, then you're probably going to be frustrated to some extent because this is one of your greatest needs and also one of your greatest strengths. The second INFJ need that you should be aware of stems from extroverted feeling, that second cognitive function in your stack. Now, this one isn't quite as strong as your desire for introverted intuition, but it's also very strong and very important. And this is the way you relate to the outside world. An extroverted feeling is great in making other people feel welcome, picking up on how other people are feeling, meeting their needs, including others, being hospitable to others, kind. It's a wonderful ability, but it gives you a craving to help others, especially as it relates to learning, growing, and changing, which connects back to introverted intuition. Another thing that you should keep in mind is your desire for impact is wide and expansive. So if you were to compare an ISFJ, a somewhat similar personality type in that the ISFJ has extroverted feeling in the second place in the personality stack. It's the auxiliary function, just as it is for an INFJ. You would see that these are very caring people too, but they tend to focus on the people that are closest to them, the people that they can see and touch that are in the community around them. They don't think as globally as INFJs because when you combine extroverted feeling and intuition, as in the case of the INFJ personality type, you get a more global thinker, somebody who's always wondering, am I making as big of an impact as I possibly can? How can I reach more people? Am I reaching my potential to help others? So this combination of functions makes you desire to want to help people far and wide, which is a really good thing. And if you can tie it into your work to help others, then you're going to be a happy camper. A third need is independence. And interestingly, this one comes from introverted thinking, which develops usually for most INFJs later in life. But depending on the type of INFJ you are and what you really focus on, this one may come more to the forefront or be more important to you. And that can be said of any of these. While they occur in a hierarchy, they may be different for different INFJs. It just depends on what you focus on. So for many INFJs I've met, they really desire to organize their own day and to be in control of their schedule, the process, and the product, and to create custom solutions for individuals and to come up with their own system for accomplishing whatever they're working on. This introverted thinking is the first function for INTPs, people who tend to be computer programmers or designers or inventors, and also ISTPs, people who do a lot of handyman work or who may work on our cars or may fix up houses or maybe pro athletes. These people don't like to be controlled by systems. They like to be independent and arrange their own schedules because they can do things efficiently. And you've got a big part of that in you too. So if you can find a way of doing your life where you have some freedom and control over how you arrange your schedule, you're going to do well. And you're not going to slack off because most INFJs really enjoy getting a lot done. The fourth and final need that you should be aware of as an INFJ is the need for beauty. And this need stems from your fourth function, which is extroverted sensing. INFJs desire beautiful surroundings, and they need settings where they can go to be refreshed. It might be as simple as taking a walk in a park or hiking through the woods or even driving in your car through a beautiful new city or location. It's no surprise that many INFJs really enjoy travels in new locations because it gives them a chance to engage their extroverted sensing. Whatever you do and wherever you go, think about ways that you can recharge with beauty. When I was looking for a college to attend, I didn't do this consciously, but subconsciously, when I think back to my two main options, I ultimately went with the one I went with because of the surroundings and the people. Now, the people were friendly, and I think they had a lot of extroverted feeling in their stack when I think back about it. But the campus was gorgeous. There were old, mature trees, well-watered flowers everywhere I went, green grass, old, historic, beautiful, regal buildings, and then a river flowing through campus. It all drew me in. I love being outdoors, and I'd often go down to the river to study or to fish or just to be alone and to think because I needed that beauty in my schedule. So think about how you can incorporate beauty into your life, and it will refresh you. You should also be aware of the details. I love what Dave Powers has pointed out in his videos from Dave's Superpowers, that when INFJs are ripped out of their world all of a sudden and confronted with a lot of details like a flat car on a tire, a crying child, a sick baby, something that needs to be fixed like a clog in your pipeline or sewer, just a bunch of details, bills coming at you all at once that you have to take care of. And you're ripped out of your favorite world where you're thinking about ideas, where you're learning and you're changing, working on a transformation. That can be really frustrating. So in addition to thinking about beauty and how you can incorporate it into your life, you'd also do well to think about how you can develop systems and how you can grow in managing the details. Maybe that's even handing them off to a partner with whom you work with, but we all have to deal with the details to some extent. So thinking about how you can handle them will make your life a much better one. If you'd like to learn more about your INFJ personality and needs, I'd love to give you a copy of my book, The INFJ Personality Guide, completely free. In this book, you'll learn about the mindsets that motivate you and drive your personality, and you'll also gain a better understanding of common INFJ challenges and some strategies that you can use to overcome those challenges. You can get this book one of two ways. First, text the letters INFJ to the number 444999, or visit ispeakpeople.com/INFJ-personality-guide. And I will paste a link in the description below this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do that. I'm creating new tips, advice, and insight into your INFJ personality each and every week. I look forward to seeing you on the next show.